Welcome to the Clarion podcast featuring student voices. This month's issue is on immigration.
And remember, this series is meant for educational purposes and is used as an opportunity for students to share their opinions in hopes of reaching a middle ground.
And remember, these ideas aren't meant to be aggressive nor offensive, but rather just a way to provoke thoughts and opinions and conversation.
The U.S. is negatively affected by the removal of immigrants.
Los Estados Unidos están negativamente afectados por el removimiento de inmigrantes.
The U.S. is definitely negatively impacted by the removal of undocumented immigrants, because not only does that take away from our economy, but also that diversity that other cultures bring into the United States. You know, they don't necessarily have to be immigrants from Mexico, and they could be from anywhere, refugees. But I think we just lose that diversity when we stop this, bringing in of immigrants.
Like, you can take the steps that you need to take in order to become a citizen of this country and then be able to work for this country and, take pride in that. And those who are undocumented, who are taking jobs from those who are documented, is not fair to the country because some are the people of this country who want to work for this country, and other people aren't here legally with this country. So in a way, it's basically opening up jobs so that those who are legally here to be able to live here and survive here in this country. And so as far as the country being negatively affected by this, I don't see how it's a negative thing if you're not supposed to be somewhere that you are.
Would you say it's positive for them to remove all illegal immigrants in America?
Well, like, if you're an illegal immigrant, then you aren't supposed to be here. You can go and take the steps, you can get your visa, and then you can work, you can put in the work to become a citizen. And I feel like sometimes they just see it as our country is freedom, so they will start to take advantage of that and not put in the work to become a citizen of the country.
Well, personally, I think that if you're going to deport illegal immigrants in America, then it's more complicated than just sending them back to the country, because there's a lot of times where if you were to do that, they're going back into a very dangerous environment, like in El Salvador and everything. It's just really bad. Like, there's people trying to come for more freedom and a better life. So I'd say that it's okay for them. And as far as benefiting our country, the unemployment rate is really low. So there's nobody like stealing jobs. Like, I don't know. If I'm completely honest, it's a labor force. And if it were taken away, I don't see myself going and working what they do. In my opinion, I wouldn't want to do that. So I'm fine with them being here personally.
And then, like, not all illegal immigrants are bad people. But of course there are those illegal immigrants that come here and they commit crimes, and I don't think they should be allowed to stay. But the people who come here, and they're good people, they're just being a citizen, they came here for a better life because of persecution, or they're in danger in their home country, I think that they should be given a pathway to citizenship. I don't think that they should be able to cut in line in front of the people who have done the legal process, but I think that they should be able to go through the process.
I feel that even when immigrants do all the right, like, they do all the right way, like, to get their citizenship or something like that, even if they have that, and the immigrants are mostly working on agricultural, like, work, things that people with that are citizens don't do, and they're still gonna be doing those jobs, even like jobs that other people don't do. You know what I mean?
To add to that, it's really not easy to get into like a country immigrating like legally. It can take forever, and sometimes the situation that you're in, you can't be in forever. Like, you have to leave where you're at to actually live. So like.
But there are also those ways that you are able to come. So you, like, say that you do need refuge from wherever you are in your situation, then that situation should be taken into account. And every situation is different, but if you want to be a part of something and you truly want to be a part of something, then I believe that you will put in the work and the effort to become a part of that.
The U.S. should make it easier for a person going through the legalization process.
Los Estados Unidos debería ser más eficiente para que una persona vaya sobre los pasos de legislación.
Our system of becoming a legal citizen, it takes way too long to apply, and then years later you're told, oh, you're denied. And I don't think that's really fair. You should be told, like after being here for years, just to be told that you can't stay. I think it should be a lot faster, because once you come here, you already have built a life and you're already applying, and then to be told years later, once you've settled in the country, that you can't stay, that's not fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. Honestly, I don't know much about our immigration policy and like what exactly the tools you have to use to get there. So, and I'm assuming that most people wouldn't have access to those tools. So I would want it to be easier for sure. Like, it's too hard for someone from a different country to get into our country legally, and it's too hard for someone who's already here illegally to stay in our country. Like, even if they're doing the right things, it could just be a luck of the draw, like deportation, and then your life's pretty much over from there. So morally, it doesn't seem like the system we have today is okay.
Yeah, I believe that making that easier would like slower or stop illegal immigration. Like it would like lower the percentage that it is right now.
I can understand why it's so strict and stuff because of the fear of terrorism and stuff like that. But I also think it should be quicker for someone to become a citizen or at least be legalized. So I agree with you guys too.
I want to go off on what Brendan said. It does take a long time, and some people, they built their whole life here, and then for it to be ripped away from them is not fair at all. But I also understand why it is so strict, like Roxana said, about the whole idea of danger coming into our country. But every situation, like I had mentioned before, is different, and so I feel like our government just needs to look into that situation more, that rather than just being like, okay, you're done, bye. Like, it shouldn't be that simple because of the different reasons that they would be here.